There we go. You're sideways though.
Yeah, I'll come back.
Okay. There we go. We figured it out. Technology.
Yay!
How are you, Paul?
Good.
Good to
So
hear.
I set up a little home studio in my home, but I couldn't figure out how to get Instagram to let me do this off my computer. So I'm on my cell phone holding it.
There we go. Yeah, I'm holding mine too. I tried setting it down, but it didn't get it quite right. So
Yeah.
I'm holding by hand too. So I thought I'd use this platform to talk with past guests about how they're handling everything. And since you were the first one interview ever that we did, I thought you'd be
Yeah.
a good choice.
Oh, thank you.
So you seem to be handling it quite well with your transition. Explain to us what you did.
Well, I was terrified for a few days. I have to be
Oh,
honest
I
with
bet.
you.
Yeah.
So to really explain what I was doing, I was at a trade show in Las Vegas with 200,000 people and 2 million square foot of trade show space. And I was
Wow.
booked to perform for 5 days. And on the third day, they said, we're shutting down, take everything home. My next gig was at Disneyland, where I was performing at Disney. And normally I gathered 250 people per show, 4 shows a day.
Yeah.
During my first day of performing, they said, Disneyland is being shut down, but you can still perform in downtown Disney, just gather smaller groups. Okay. So I did that, and then they said, okay, Disney is shutting down. Okay. So next I was to go to a sold out theater in Colorado, a 500-seat theater, and they called and said, we're canceled. So I then had the drive home. I went, okay, what am I going to do? And step one for me was, I need to act. This is not a time to not act. This is not a time to wait. This is a and figure things out. And so I created a Patreon page asking people to join that at patreon.com/Paul Draper. Right now, I have 49 people who are subscribed, everywhere from $5 a month to $250 a month, and they receive
Very
different
nice.
benefits at different places. I've had several people who have shared substantially more money with me so that I can perform shows for free for out-of-work parents and their children, and I've been doing that. Tomorrow I'm raising money to perform for homeless children. I'm partnering with Hewlett-Packard, or with HP, not Hewlett-Packard, the side that still calls themselves HP, to give devices to homeless children in California so they can stay in touch with their friends, so they can do homework, and I'm going to donate a free show for them. And I've done. I had a show yesterday for Sotheby's. I've always pronounced it Sotheby's, but I was told it was Sotheby's. And I've had about 40 birthday party shows book me in the last 2 weeks. So from this little space here, but on my other camera, I've been performing live interactive shows, sometimes as many as 4 shows a day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And how have they've been responding to it? Were the first few kind of buggy, or did they run pretty smooth?
Well, since I have to hold the phone anyway, I'm going to sit down. So I'll sit
Okay.
down over here. So look, I had to figure out what I was going to use for lighting, what I was going to use for a camera, what I was going to use for sound, what the length of the show was going to be. The hardest problem was that my normal shows are very interactive. People touch things, examine things, look at things. And in this medium, they can't. But in this medium, it's like when I was on the Hallmark Channel show shooting live television, where it's live, it's right here, and everybody has a front row seat. Everybody is this close. And so I created magic that utilizes this as the tool. The hardest part has been talking to agents and people that book talent. So far, most of them believe this is going to be over in 30 days, which I simply didn't have the funds to think that way.
Yeah.
And I say to them, I say, look, I'm selling these shows and I'm making money, and I'll split half the money with you if you help me sell it. And so far they've all said, no, 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 no one will buy that. Well, I've performed 50 shows so far, performed or booked. It's so yes, people are buying it. There are 80 million school-age kids at home right now in the United States alone. We're not talking Canada and Europe and the world. In the United States, 18 to 5 years old, 80 million kids. That means that today, 200,000 of them are having a birthday. And tomorrow, 200,000 of them are having a birthday. And I can be their birthday magician from home.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a crazy number crunching. Just, you don't think of that many people having a birthday, let alone that time frame in one day.
Right, every day.
So there's definitely an audience there. So you're just doing these close-up tricks that you can do within the frame. Can you tell us about a few of those?
Right, sure. So, I mean, here, let me set up. You get to see some of the. Let's see. Whoop, I'm going to see if I can tilt this to a position that works. It's so hard to use the phone instead of my regular camera to do this. You can see where I've shuttered off the light on the ceiling. But here, you and I haven't set anything up. You don't know what I'm going to do. Here's a deck of playing cards. All the cards are different. Okay, I want you just to name one card for me. Name a card.
King of Hearts.
The King of Hearts. And as I was spreading through the cards, did you see exactly where the King of Hearts was?
No, I did not.
You didn't? Are you sure? Because maybe your subconscious saw it even though you didn't see it. Okay, I'm going to spread them out with the back to you, like this, just like this. And anytime you want, I'm going to run my finger down through the cards. Anytime you want, say stop.
Stop.
Right there. Right there?
Yep.
Or do you want me to go further or back?
No, that's good.
That's good. I'll pull out that card right there where you said stop. Out of all of those cards that are all different, and you chose the King of Hearts, and that's exactly where we stopped.
Wow. That's yeah. Incredible.
So you can see that still works. Any of this sort of stuff, or here's a playful thing more for kids right here. So I have a bag with fish in it. Do you see the fish?
I do see the fish.
I'll make the fish vanish. You ready? Just like this. Put it behind my back, come back out, and now the fish are gone. Wait a minute. No, I'll put it behind my back. Now the fish are back. No, behind the back like that, and now the fish are gone. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that I'm just turning it around.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
We snap like this, and I can show you that the fish are actually gone. Where did they go? Where did they go? We have to ask the cat. Oh, no! At the end, we say to the cat, where are the fish? And the cat goes over and coughs into the bowl and says, they're just fine. Right? So we can still perform fun visual magic in this medium. There's still a way to engage and interact and play through here.
What's the biggest audience you've had in one of these online shows?
1,000.
And was it like Zoom? So were they all on the screen at once?
They were so on Zoom. You can only see 25 people at one time. So you have to scroll through the gallery to see all 1,000 people. But yes, there were 1,000 that were there. I could see 25 of them. But I was what's called pinpointed or spotlighted, and they could all see me.
Yeah. That's awesome. What have been some of your favorite experiences so far with these 50 shows?
I had a little girl yesterday. Her parents said to me that when they went to bed last night, she asked if I had a mommy. And they said, I don't think so, because my mother's passed. And the little girl said, well, you let him know that I'll be his mommy. And this is a 3-year-old. A 3-year-old said that. It makes me cry. Or that I've had parents send me videos of the kids watching the screen and interacting with me and playing from home and snapping and wiggling their fingers and shouting at the screen. And because I have everybody muted, I can't hear these things. I can't hear these live audience interactions. And here they are all engaging and interacting. And so, or yesterday, the show that I just did for Sotheby's, it's one thing if I ask for them to give me a review. It's another thing if I don't ask for a positive review and they post on their social media on their own the video footage they shot of the screen and reviews and applause and people commenting down the screen because they enjoyed the experience so much. I mean, and that happened. And so that makes a big difference, and it lets me know that there's still a need for this.
That's great.
So I'm not giving up.
Never give up, never surrender.
Yes. Well, what is the symbol for that?
Have you seen that documentary, the one about Galaxy Quest?
I haven't, but I like Galaxy Quest. It was fun.
It just showed up on Amazon Prime the other day, and I watched it. If you haven't on Prime, check it out. It's pretty amazing. So if people want to book you for one of these, how do they do it?
Yeah, just go to mentalmysteries.com or type in Paul Draper Magician online, and you'll find me on Google. Or my Patreon page at patreon.com/Paul Draper if you want to see some of the content where I teach people how I'm doing this and other fun stuff that I'm teaching on there. Or if you want to support helping me give away free shows to single parents who have lost their jobs for their children. That's a good place to do it. But Paul Draper and mentalmysteries.com or any of that good stuff will find me on Google. And you just tell me a day and a time. I'm doing up to 4 shows a day is about all I can handle and still give a good product. And anywhere in the world, any time zone, I put on a suit, I set up the show, I customize it based upon what you want. I had somebody who said their son's favorite colors were orange and silver, so that's what I wore today. And I had someone say her daughter's favorite sport was soccer, so I made a soccer ball appear, then wiped it down with rubbing alcohol and mailed it to her afterwards. And so we can create as custom an experience as you want to create. I had one family that was picked up cupcakes, and they delivered cupcakes to all the houses of all the kids. And then I made a cupcake appear, and then all of their parents and all their houses made a cupcake appear at home at the same moment.
Awesome.
And so there are lots of ways to do this. We set up a time. I'm asking $250 for kid shows and $1,000 for corporate shows. Right now, I believe those prices will go up as this continues to grow and as people become more used to this, because that is a fraction of my normal fees. But for right now, and if you can't afford it, I do have scholarship money to help provide shows for you. So do reach out and contact me if you have people who are interested.
So you're keeping busy. How else are you keeping sane in this situation?
I'm watching Disney Plus movies. I'm eating good food. I take walks every day. I shower every day and put on clean clothes every day. I have a little 6-pound poodle that I pet and love on. I'm writing articles for the trade journal for the Society of American Magicians. I just released a video for magicians through one of the largest magic toy distributors in the world, named Penguin Magic. I'm not letting any grass grow under me. That's the key.
That's great. And I think that's the key to getting through this, is finding that sweet spot and diving in.
Right.
Well, thank you, Paul. I appreciate you joining us. And
oh yeah, thanks for having me. So yeah, tell people to reach out. I'm happy to help, and I'm also offering consulting to entertainers who want to learn how to do it. So at a pay what you can. Okay, have a great rest of the day.
You too. Catch you later. See ya. Bye-bye.